Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at 12 motorcycles you can ride forever with just basic maintenance. Number 12. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 is the kind of motorcycle you buy once and keep riding for decades. Built for everyday riders who value simplicity, low cost of ownership, and dependable performance, it's a cruiser that earns loyalty not through flash, but through sheer reliability and ease of use. The engine is a Trident-tested 471cc parallel twin, fuel-injected and liquid-cooled, that keeps maintenance minimal and performance steady. It's tuned for a smooth torque curve and long service life. With regular oil changes, basic chain upkeep, and valve checks at the right intervals, this motor will easily cross 100,000 miles without breaking a sweat. You're not wrangling a high-strung machine here. You're riding something built to survive the calendar. The Rebel 500 shines in affordability as well. A brand new one costs just over $6,400 out the door in most states. That's a fraction of what you'd pay for a larger cruiser, and its insurance rates, fuel economy, around 70 miles per gallon, and low-cost parts only add to the value. Longevity-wise, it's not uncommon to see these bikes with well over 80,000 miles still running strong, especially in dry states like Arizona or California. Overall, the Honda Rebel 500 is a rare mix of affordability, durability, and everyday usability. It's not just a bike that looks cool parked outside a diner. It's the kind of machine you can ride cross-country, maintain in your garage, and still hand down after 2 decades. Number 11. Royal Enfield Bullet 500. The Royal Enfield Bullet 500 is one of the longest-running production motorcycles in history, and it's earned that status by being a machine that simply refuses to quit. Built like a vintage tool with the heart of a warhorse, it's a bike for those who want simplicity, durability, and character that doesn't fade after the first 10,000 miles. Underneath the old-school charm is a rugged 499cc single-cylinder engine that thrives on minimalism. It's air-cooled, carbureted, or fuel-injected depending on the year, and thumps along at a lazy pace that keeps stress and wear at bay. With oil changes every 3,000 miles and valve adjustments every 5 to 7,000, this engine is known to clock over 70,000 miles with just basic care. The Bullet 500 is easy on the wallet too. Depending on the year and condition, you can find solid used models for around $3,000 to $4,500, often with accessories and upgrades already installed. Maintenance is DIY friendly and parts are widely available and cheap. Air filters for under $15, brake pads under $20, and even pistons and cylinder kits for less than $100. Overall, the Royal Enfield Bullet 500 is a motorcycle you can ride forever, not because it's perfect, but because it's fixable, forgiving, and built with a stubborn kind of soul that keeps thumping through the years. Number 10. Triumph Bonneville T120. The Triumph Bonneville T120 is where timeless British charm meets rock-solid dependability. It's not just a motorcycle, it's a statement. While it may wear the classic jacket, underneath is a thoroughly modern machine built to keep rolling mile after mile, year after year, with just basic care. Designed for those who want their ride to last well into the future without constant repairs or costly maintenance cycles, this Bonville has proven that retro doesn't mean unreliable. Underneath the vintage-style tank sits a 1200cc parallel twin engine that's liquid-cooled, smooth as silk, and tuned for usable torque in every gear. It puts out a generous 79 horsepower and handles everything from highway hauls to slow city crawls with total ease. What makes it last? Understressed, over-engineered, and doesn't beg for attention. With regular oil changes, valve checks every 20,000 miles, and brake fluid swaps here and there, riders have pushed this bike beyond 75,000 miles with zero drama. A new T120 rolls out of dealerships at around $13,000, but gently used ones in excellent shape are out there for $8,000 to $10,000. For a motorcycle with this level of fit, finish, and brand legacy, that's a bargain. Overall, the Triumph Bonneville T120 is a forever machine with a soul. With basic upkeep, it doesn't just stay alive. It stays beautiful, reliable, and satisfying for decades to come. Number 9. Suzuki TU250X. The Suzuki TU250X is the kind of motorcycle that proves you don't need to spend a fortune to get something that lasts forever. It's a simple, lightweight, and dependable machine that became a cult favorite among commuters, beginners, and seasoned riders who just wanted a no-fuss, reliable ride. Powering the TU250X is a single-cylinder, air-cooled, fuel-injected engine that produces just shy of 16 horsepower. It may not sound like much, but it's tuned for smooth, consistent delivery and thrives on reliability over raw performance. The engine is famously understressed, meaning it doesn't work too hard and doesn't wear out quickly. Riders regularly hit the 50 to 60,000 mile range on these bikes with little more than oil changes, occasional valve adjustments, and chain maintenance. That's a long life for a bike that asks for so little. The TU250X was last sold new in the US market for around $4,400, and good used ones now hover around $2,000 to $3,000 depending on condition. That's an incredibly low buy-in for a machine that delivers thousands upon thousands of miles without fuss. Overall, the Suzuki TU250X is the ultimate example of how simplicity equals longevity. For anyone looking for a bike that will outlast the rest of your garage with minimal cost, this Suzuki punches far above its weight. Number 8. Honda Shadow 750. The Honda Shadow 750 is a motorcycle that simply refuses to quit. Built with the kind of bulletproof engineering Honda became famous for, this mid-size cruiser has earned a loyal following for one big reason: it just keeps going. Whether it's your first bike or the one you return to after trying flashier machines, the Shadow 750 is a low-maintenance legend that delivers decades of trouble-free riding with very little cost involved. At the heart of the Shadow 750 is a liquid-cooled V-twin engine, tuned for relaxed power delivery and long-haul reliability. It produces enough torque to make cruising effortless and enjoyable, but without putting stress on the internals. These engines regularly surpass 80,000 miles with only basic care, oil changes every 4,000 miles, coolant swaps every 2 years, and routine chain service. The shaft-driven variants, when maintained properly, practically never need attention. It's the kind of powerplant designed more for longevity than thrills, and it shows. Back when it was sold new, the Shadow 750 came in at around $7,000. Today, the used market is filled with solid examples between $3,000 and $5,000 depending on mileage and care. It's also one of the most cost-effective cruisers to insure, and with a fuel economy close to 55 miles per gallon, it stays light on your wallet even years into ownership. Overall, the Honda Shadow 750 is one of those rare bikes that combines long-term reliability with classic cruiser comfort. Number 7. Yamaha Vstar 250. The Yamaha Vstar 250 might just be the most underestimated forever bike on the market. It's compact, lightweight, and easy to ride, but don't let the small size fool you. This thing is a workhorse. Originally built as a beginner cruiser, it turned out to be one of the most mechanically reliable motorcycles Yamaha has ever made. With just basic maintenance, riders have taken the Vstar 250 well past 60,000 miles, and it's still ticking like the first day it rolled out of the showroom. Its air-cooled 2-cylinder engine is about as straightforward as they come. There's no radiator, no complex electronics, and no fancy fuel mapping. It's old school in the best way. Producing around 21 horsepower, it's not a rocket, but it's tuned for efficiency and simplicity. The engine doesn't strain under pressure, and that's exactly what makes it last. Oil changes, spark plug swaps, valve checks, do these on schedule, and the bike will run for what feels like forever. Many riders even handle the maintenance themselves, thanks to how accessible the engine and components are. When new, the Vstar 250 came in under $5,000, making it one of the most affordable cruisers available. Today, you can easily find used ones between $2,000 and $4,000, often in excellent shape. Overall, the Yamaha Vstar 250 is the bike that proves longevity doesn't have to come with a high price tag. If you want something that lasts without asking for much in return, this Yamaha is the kind of motorcycle you might just grow old with. Number 6. BMW R nineT. The BMW R nineT isn't just a motorcycle. It's a precision-built piece of German engineering that can go the distance without breaking a sweat. Crafted with longevity in mind, the R9T is one of those bikes that blends modern tech with old-school durability. Riders looking for a machine that lasts decades with just the basics, oil, filters, and regular checks, have found a long-term partner in this air-cooled beast. It's not cheap, but it is worth every penny in the long run. Under the tank is a 1,170cc air and oil-cooled boxer twin engine, an evolution of BMW's time-tested platform known for hitting over 100,000 miles without major issues. The engine is bulletproof when cared for, with owners often reporting mileages well past 90,000 with nothing more than scheduled servicing. Maintenance is straightforward. Valve adjustments every 12,000 miles, oil every 6, and the shaft drive requires very little attention. There's a reason many BMW R bikes are still on the road after 20-plus years. They were engineered to endure. Brand new, the R9T comes in around $15,000 depending on trim, but used examples can be found between $10,000 and $12,000 in excellent condition. It's not a budget bike, but it's also not one you'll have to replace. Overall, the BMW R9T is a motorcycle that was built to last and look good doing it. It's premium, it's reliable, and it stays mechanically strong for the long haul. Number 5. Honda CB750. The Honda CB750 is the textbook definition of a forever bike. Launched in the 90s during a time when Honda was building machines with over-engineering as the standard, the CB750 has earned a reputation for being one of the most durable and hassle-free motorcycles ever made. It's not flashy, but it's the kind of bike that just keeps going mile after mile, decade after decade, with nothing more than basic upkeep. At the core is a 748cc air-cooled inline-4 engine, derived from Honda's earlier UJM designs, which delivers smooth, predictable power and remains incredibly reliable even at high mileage. This engine has been known to exceed 100,000 miles when treated right. Routine oil changes every 3,000 miles, valve checks every 16,000, and regular chain maintenance are enough to keep it running like new. There are no complex electronics or ride modes, just pure, simple mechanics that anyone with a wrench and a manual can understand. Back in its heyday, the CB750 retailed for around $5,000 brand new. Today, you can find used models in great condition for anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000. And because Honda built so many of them, replacement parts are still easy to find and inexpensive. Overall, the Honda CB750 is a motorcycle you can count on like sunrise. It doesn't wear out fast, doesn't demand much, and it doesn't care how many newer bikes come and go. Number 4. Kawasaki Vulcan 900. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is one of those cruisers that earns respect not through flash or fury, but through quiet, consistent reliability. It's a bike that doesn't demand attention, yet delivers thousands of miles of smooth, low-maintenance riding. Built with Kawasaki's classic formula, sturdy components, proven V-twin tech, and a balanced ride, the Vulcan 900 is easily a motorcycle you can ride for life with nothing more than routine maintenance. Under the tank is a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected V-twin engine with a displacement of 852cc, tuned for relaxed torque and long-term durability. It makes around 50 horsepower, but more importantly, it's built to cruise, not scream. That keeps stress off the internals and extends its life dramatically. Owners frequently cross the 80,000-mile mark with basic oil changes every 5,000 miles, coolant swaps every 2 years, and the occasional valve check. The belt drive setup also reduces maintenance needs even further and lasts significantly longer than chain-driven systems. Brand new, the Vulcan 900 rolls out at just under $9,000, while used examples in excellent shape are widely available for $5,000 to $6,000. Overall, the Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is the type of cruiser you buy once and ride for decades. With regular upkeep and no abuse, this bike will keep thumping down the road year after year, asking for little and giving a whole lot back. It's a keeper, and it knows it. Number 3. Yamaha XS650. The Yamaha XS650 is a vintage icon that was built like a tank and continues to prove it decade after decade. Produced from the 70s through the early 80s, this bike has developed a cult following not just for its classic looks, but for its bulletproof reliability. It was Yamaha's answer to the British twins of the era, but with better engineering, fewer oil leaks, and far more longevity. Its powerplant is a 650cc air-cooled parallel twin with a reputation for being simple, strong, and nearly indestructible. With just 2 cylinders and a basic carbureted setup, the engine is easy to work on, even for backyard mechanics. Keep up with oil changes every 3,000 miles, clean the carbs once in a while, and adjust the valves occasionally, and this bike will push well past 70,000 miles. You can still find clean examples of the XS650 for around $3,000 to $4,000, and in many cases, you're buying a fully restored machine for far less than modern retro-styled bikes. Fuel efficiency hovers near 50 miles per gallon, and maintenance costs are low, thanks to the bike's mechanical simplicity and strong parts availability from a still loyal aftermarket scene. Overall, the Yamaha XS650 is a forever motorcycle not because it's high-tech, but because it doesn't need to be. Number 2. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 is one of the most universally respected motorcycles when it comes to long-term durability paired with everyday usability. It doesn't matter if you're commuting, carving up canyon roads, or just cruising on weekends. This V-twin machine has built a legendary reputation for lasting well beyond expectations with minimal maintenance. At the heart of the SV650 is a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected V-twin that delivers about 75 horsepower with plenty of low-end torque. This engine has been widely praised for its bulletproof design. Owners have racked up over 100,000 miles with regular oil changes, valve checks every 15,000 miles, and chain maintenance. It's a forgiving motor, not overstressed, and extremely well supported in terms of both OEM and aftermarket parts. New models typically go for around $8,000, while older generations and used examples in great condition are available between $3,000 and $6,000, depending on year and mileage. It's also incredibly cost-effective to run. Fuel economy averages about 55 miles per gallon, insurance rates stay moderate, and it rarely asks for anything more than the basics to keep running at its best. Overall, the Suzuki SV650 is that rare bike that combines sporty fun with long-haul reliability. It doesn't wear out fast, and it doesn't surprise you with unexpected breakdowns. Number 1. Yamaha MT7. The Yamaha MT7 is proof that a modern motorcycle can be fun, affordable, and practically indestructible. Since its launch, it's been one of the most popular middleweight bikes in the U.S., not just because of its performance, but because of how well it holds up over time. Designed with real-world riding in mind, the MT7 combines a lightweight chassis with a bulletproof engine that has earned a reputation for going the distance with only basic maintenance. Its beating heart is a 689cc liquid-cooled parallel twin, known as the CP2 engine. This motor is the star of the show, smooth, torquey, and absurdly reliable. Riders consistently push these bikes past 80 to 90,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes every 4,000 miles, valve checks every 24,000, and occasional chain and brake service. New MT7s are priced around $9,000, while the used market is full of clean examples for $5,000 to $7,000. And because Yamaha kept the tech simple, no ride modes, no fussy electronics, it keeps costs and complexity down over the long term. Overall, the Yamaha MT7 is the kind of motorcycle you can ride for years, if not forever, without it draining your wallet or your patience. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.